What is up, guys? I am back. We're about to start with Back for Blood. I'm very excited. Let me turn up the music maybe a little bit more. As I mentioned in the last stream, we literally, it feels like I just got done with that. Um, I'm going to actually spend this half an hour before we go into the PvP. I'm going to be analyzing the trailer that we saw during the Xbox presentation because there was at first, at the very first, I thought that that trailer we had already seen at the Summer Game Fest show, but it actually had a decent amount of new stuff, and I want to take this time before we get into the PvP showcase. I want to go over it. Hey, DRP Smash. Hopefully you're having a good day. Um, I actually gotta send out this tweet really quickly. Hold on a second. Back for Blood and Turtle Rock and all that stuff. Okay, that's sent out, and I'm live. Okay, so actually, let's switch over to this view. So here we are. Actually, hold on, now I gotta open up chat on my phone so I can keep up with people talking to me about stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna mute this. So I'm gonna look through this trailer again. So the very beginning is what we saw at the Summer Game Fest. So I'm probably gonna pause it as we watch it, and all that stuff. God, this game just looks so freaking good. God, like, oh, just unbelievably good. Warner Brothers Games, Turtle Rock Studios. Just everything about this game looks fantastic. From the creators of Left 4 Dead. How long? I don't know how long this show is. I'm going to presume between half an hour to 45 minutes. That's what I'm personally presuming. So yeah, so we got Mom and we got Walker here. I'm starting to finally learn the names of the characters. Oh God, this game just looks so freaking good. Okay, so what is this place? McGow something NS. There's a letter missing here. Hamburgers. Okay, so this is a burger joint. God, there's an ambulance. God, this is very Left 4 Dead, man. Oh my God. I'm presuming my guess is it's supposed to be an E here, so it's like McGowan's Hamburgers. That's yeah, McGowan's Hamburgers and Shakes. God, this is so freaking cool. So that was Doc that we had there. I don't know who this character is because he's not. Maybe there's like secondary characters. So we have the 8 main characters, and this is just one of the secondary characters that we come across. Let's see here. So this is okay. That's just a regular zombie, I think, because we found there are some new special infected that we had shown off in this. Okay, so these guys with the spiky heads. They are, I believe, they're part of a corruption card that can be played against you. I just don't know what exactly that corruption card means. And then, of course, we have the Breaker, which is basically this game's version of a tank, which is really, really cool. But this we saw in that last trailer. God, it just looks so cool, though. I love how this game looks. Okay, here's another look at the Stinger. I think this is one of my favorites. Back in a minute, someone keeps my door. You're good. I think this is one of my favorites, to be honest, in terms of the design. I love how the Stinger looks. It looks so creepy, so cool, and I just love it. Everything. I love everything about this game. I don't know what to say. It feels so weird that I'm fanboying over a new game. I haven't felt this way. Like, when I covered Luigi's Mansion 3 and Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, I had skepticism about those games. Very vocal skepticism. But this game, I've got no skepticism about. This literally looks amazing. And, oh, sorry, I'm gushing now. Okay, so we have Holly, So, okay, so this is... Okay, so what I'm wondering here, this stinger has a big brain. This is probably another variation of the stinger, but I just don't know. He probably just grabs you, I'm assuming, but the brain has got to mean something. Maybe it's a weak spot. Maybe, like this stinger has that weak spot at the brain. But he's got long fingers, almost like the witch. It's really cool. Oh my god, I love this game. Okay. So, that's the new stinger. I wish we learned more information about it, but we can't. So yeah, so they seem... Well, that one was walking, so I wonder if it's like... Maybe it, like, is stronger, but it can't do the wall... Or no, it was jumping in the last scene, I think, right? It jumped in the last scene. Yeah. So, okay, so forget what I just said there. So, it seems like its attack, because I know that the stalker is the variation of the stinger that drags you away, almost like a smoker does from Left 4 Dead. But this one doesn't drag you, it just keeps you in place. So I wonder if it doesn't drag you, it just kind of keeps you there, just keeps attacking you, but it grabs your face. So maybe you're blinded and you can't see. That would be cool. But yeah, that was a wretch that just exploded over there. Let's see here. There's a snitch. God, the snitches look really, really cool. I like them. Yep, alright, so there we go. There's Evangelo. So it's Evangelo, Walker, Holly, and Mom. God, this looks so freaking good. There's an ogre in action. So this looks like oh, that's a safe house. So they're probably just out of the safe house. That is something I've noticed with the ogres, is that every time we've seen an ogre, it happens right after the survivors leave the safe house. So I wonder if ogres are... Because, like, ogres count as, like, a boss special infected. Which, I think with the boss special infected, it means they're scripted. You know, if they appear, which is not always a guarantee, if they appear in the same spot each time. So, and it seems like ogres are always... Or at least from the 2 instances we've seen an ogre in action, being in the campaign of the alpha, the closed alpha campaign, and then here, where it's near safe house. I'm wondering if this is a one that just kind of appears in the very beginning, because we've seen some other boss infected, which I'll get into in a little bit, and this one, compared to those, does not seem as threatening. So, keeping that in mind. Hoffman looking like he's having a good time here. So here, this is a high school. Let's see. What does that say? Something view, or no. Ville. L-E-Y. I can't read that. But yeah, so this is a high school. So, this is a high school. Which is kind of cool. There's a high school themed level, which Left 4 Dead didn't have. I can't read what the police sign was, but here's a greenhouse. So they're very diverse in their different environments, it seems here. Alright, here's another ogre. Oh no, that's not an ogre. Okay, that's the tentacle monster thing. So this is another new boss infected here. And I think it looks really, really cool. It's like a tentacle boss infected. Shelter. So there's the signs to say where the safe house is. That's nothing new. But okay, yeah. So there's a okay. Oh, so it's right by the burger place. These are the neon signs from that burger place. So it's the same campaign. Oh, it's just really freaking cool. So yeah, there's a tentacle monster. Don't exactly know what it is yet. Hasn't gotten a name. But it also seems stationary, so it's probably an infected you could take down here. But like, if you, maybe it's an infected you have to tackle close range. But obviously, close range is where it also has its strengths. So it just looks so cool. This is in some sort of bar or pub. That's self-explanatory. Ooh, hold on, CC Media just messaged me. gotta tell them I'm streaming right now. And what's the recent back for? Sorry. Okay. Okay, we're good. Sorry, I had to message Chris back. Okay. So, yeah, so this is a pub. Self-explanatory. That was the... Oh, shoot. The one that spits. That one. The hawker that spits, I believe, is called the... or no, that's called the hawker. The stinger that spits is the hawker. Because he, like, traps you in his goo. Okay, so this is the interesting part that we're going to see more about in 20 minutes. The PvP mode. I just realized. Did the music change? It did. I forgot to loop it. Sorry about that. Okay, so, was it 151 we were at? Okay, so the Swarm mode PvP. Okay, so this is the mode that's like the versus mode in Left 4 Dead, where you could take control of the special infected. So, in Left 4 Dead, you couldn't take control of the witch, and I believe she was the only special infected you could not take control over. So, I'm gonna presume you can't take control of the snitch or the hag. I have a feeling, like, because everything else kind of makes sense that you can take control over. But I'm not sure about the stinger or the hag. Probably not. Or, not, sorry, the snitch and the hag. Sorry, the stinger and the snitch, I always get mixed up for whatever reason. But here we see mostly tall boy gameplay. We see tall boy going after the survivors, and it looks really, really cool. I love how this looks. So, human versus zombie, obviously. So, we see a tall boy. Okay, this is one question I have, though. Because, obviously, each special infected or each special ridden has multiple variants depending on the corruption cards. I'm wondering if there's, like, a choice. If we have a choice on, like, we could choose what corruption version of the ridden we play as, if that makes sense. Like this tall boy, for instance, shoot, which is the name of this one? Because there's specific names for all of them. The one that grabs you, I believe, is called the Crusher, I think? It might be the Crusher, don't quote me on that. So I wonder if I could choose, like, I want to play as the Crusher, or I want to play as the Bruiser, or I want to play as the tall boy. Like, if you could choose which version you play as, that could be really, really cool. Or if that's a card, or if, like, you can also unlock the corruption cards for each type of special infected that you then use in the PvP mode, if that makes sense. And this PvP mode is called Swarm something. I don't know, did it say here? I don't think it said here yet, but yeah, so you can play as the Wretch, the Stinger, the Tall Boy, I'm presuming the Breaker, but yeah, so there's a lot of these cutscenes too, by the way, these like fully, like, done up CG cutscenes. I wonder if you get cutscenes for, like, how you do in the campaign. So, like, if you do well in the campaign, or if you beat the campaign, you get a cutscene, in between save houses, if you get a cutscene. I don't know, like, this is something that I'm not quite sure of. Let's see, do you have a strong enough computer for Back 4 Blood? I don't. My personal computer cannot run for Back 4 Blood. But there is an open beta this summer that will be, or it's August 5th for people who pre-order the game, and then August 12th for anyone else. and it's on consoles as well. So I have an Xbox One, so I'll be able to play it on my Xbox, because I can't run it on my computer. Welcome back, DRP. But yeah, I really, I'm gonna be away. I'm gonna be in the United Kingdom when the open beta goes live. So I really hope that I'll be back by the time before it ends, because I really want to play this game. Is it good that they delayed the game? I think so, because the game would be out next week, or in 2 weeks actually, in about 2 weeks, not even, if they didn't delay it. And I mean, after seeing obviously what happened with Cyberpunk 2077, I think I never thought game delays were a bad thing. I always hated it because it's delaying a game, but if it makes the game a better experience at the end, then of course I want it to be delayed. Look at Rehydrated, right? Rehydrated got at least, well, no, all versions got released before it should have been released, and so delays are beneficial. So yeah, this one's Carly, so that's Carly. There's Doc. There's the Hag. I don't think the Hag will be playable in the PvP Swarm mode. I just don't think so, because the Hag, I believe you have to alert, almost like the Witch. So I don't think the Hag will be playable in the Horde Swarm mode, but I think we'll probably see it in the gameplay. It's about 15 minutes time. So here's the other special infected, or boss infected I should say, that we don't know about. Now this is the biggest one we've seen. Obviously I thought the Ogre was big, but this one is freaking massive. I think this makes sense for this boss to be a end of the campaign boss. And that's a theory I have with this game, is that at the end of each campaign, there'll be the rescue section, just like Left 4 Dead, where the last chapter of the campaign is for the rescue. But I believe you're going to have to tackle really big bosses like this one before you can escape. Like you can see this guy here in a tank shooting at the monster. I think World War Z actually had something like this, where World War Z, for those of you who don't know, actually I uploaded a video earlier about World War Z, by the way. Basically at the end of World War Z, usually was the escape mission, just like Left 4 Dead, but there was something extra added to it. Like, I remember in one campaign in World War Z, there's like an escort mission, and one was like a defend this item mission. So I think this might be the same, where it's not just fight off a bunch of zombies and tanks until rescues arrive. It could be a boss mode, or like a boss, something else. And I think that could be really, really cool. Have you tried Left 4 Dead mods add-ons? Yes, I've played quite a few of them, because my computer can run Left 4 Dead, and I've played a decent chunk of them. I'm not gonna say that I've played every single mod, obviously not. I've tried some custom modded maps, some skins of like the Teletubby zombie, or the common effect being Teletubbies. I played a mod which is actually really, really fun, where there's like a lot of witches, where every map, like, common effective were replaced by witches. That was really, really fun. Tanks, same with tanks. Well, not every single common effective, but there were more tanks in each level. I remember trying that. I don't know if I recorded that. I think I might have recorded it, but I don't know if I ever uploaded it. I don't know, but yeah, I've actually tried Left 4 Dead mods. They're fun. Yeah. Gives them a chance to make the game better, and we do not need to be angry, and the game is rubbish, and the game is Back 4 Blood. Yeah, personally, I think Back 4 Blood is looking great. I can't wait for this game to come out. Even my buddy, Sean, better known as RGT85, who originally had no interest in this game, looked at this and was like, wow, this actually looks really, really fun, I need to play it. And yeah, it's definitely got that Left 4 Dead charm, but it adds, like, so much more to it. It, this is, okay, this is something I always say about sequels, and this isn't technically a sequel, this is a spiritual successor, but same kind of deal since it's the same devs. Sequels and stuff need to evolve on what the previous games did without changing the fundamentals of the game, which is what Luigi's Mansion has done, where the sequels are nowhere, not even close to, like, what the original game was. You know, and this is, you could tell by looking at it, this is like Left 4 Dead. Forget the title of the game and the logo and all that. Looking at the game itself, looking at the gameplay and all that, you could tell it's Left 4 Dead. It's got the same formula, the same game structure, it's got the same vibe, the 4 survivors thing. You can tell it's the same kind of deal. But they added, obviously, this mega boss, which, like I said, I'm presuming is going to be at the rescue chapter of each campaign. And, like, it's got the cards, that offer the unique card mechanic the game has to offer, which I know some people aren't a huge fan of, but I like it. Like, I think it adds a lot to the game, because not only do the monsters, or not only does the game director choose what cards it can play against you, but you can also play cards for yourself and and play cards that, like, you can play cards that, like, for example, right, I'm someone who, like, has a hard time with health and ammo, so I need to play the games I need to play the cards that benefit my health and benefit my ammo, and hopefully by extension some cards also benefit teammates' health and ammo, so do that as well. That kind of stuff. Have you ever played Earthfall? I have not played Earthfall. Is this game cross-gen? It is, actually. This game is cross-play and cross-gen. So, a PS4 owner can play with a PS5 owner, and can also play with an Xbox One owner, and an Xbox Series X owner, and a PC owner. So, anyone can play with anyone in this game, and that's freaking cool. I'm so excited for that, because that'll not only increase the longevity of the game, since anyone can play with anyone, you're not relying on people all on the same system to play the game, you can play with anyone, but also it helps you play with a friend that might have a different platform than you do, and it's really, really cool. Back 4 Blood looks like Earthfall with zombies. I never played Earthfall, like I said, I don't even actually really even know what Earthfall is, so I can't comment, but that's awesome. That Earthfall sounds cool. I think that's about it for that. So, yeah, so I guess we'll just sit here and chat until the event begins. I think I might turn this off now, the music, because we're getting close to the event. Well, it says Tuesday, or it says actually it's starting in about 3 minutes, so, or maybe it's 3 minutes until the like right before the stream starts, stuff happens. So when it's now out, Back 4 Blood comes out on October 12th, of this year. So, it's not on Switch. No, it's not. I think they will release this game on the Switch eventually. Because I'm in the Turtle Rock Studios Discord server where they talked about, the game before it even got revealed. Because Back 4 Blood was announced a couple years ago at this point, and it was only revealed back at the Game Awards last year. But they had talked about it for a while, and I know the Switch was at least in their consideration, so I really hope that once, even after the game is out on the other platforms, I really hope they do something for the Nintendo Switch. That would be super, super cool. Will they do it? I don't know. I want to say that they'll at least consider it, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, Switch would take more time to develop. It really would. Watch this. Watch what? I didn't get. If you send a link, that I don't think links can send through the chat, but yeah, I want it to come out on the Switch. I really, really do. I want a Switch version of this game. Just simply because it's like a Left 4 Dead style game. Though World War Z is coming out. Well, if you haven't seen my World War Z video that I uploaded earlier today, definitely check it out, because obviously World War Z is another Left 4 Dead style game, and it obviously gets a lot less attraction or a lot less attention since it's not Left 4 Dead or Back 4 Blood. But it's a really good game, and they're obviously making a sequel. But they announced a Switch version of World War Z, but it didn't get talked about at all. Like, there's a sequel that's coming, or not a sequel, but like a deluxe edition with extra content for every console besides the Switch. But the Switch version of World War Z has not been talked about. So, yeah, Back 4 Blood, all the same. Yeah, World War Z. Well, World War Z Aftermath, I think, is the name of the new game. That is getting first-person mode, which I wanted for World War Z for a long time, because I have World War Z for the Xbox One, and I really wanted a first-person mode ever since I started playing that game, and thankfully they're doing that with Aftermath, but it's not coming out on the Switch, and I understand that, but like the Switch version of World War Z got announced years ago. Well, okay, I think 2019 maybe, but still. Like, it got announced all this time ago. I'm going to switch to this view, by the way, because we're about to start here, I think. But, yeah, it's kind of a shame that, like, World War Z for the Switch is just kind of, you know, maybe it might come to Switch Pro. That's what I'm thinking. I think once the Switch Pro gets announced, I think they'll finally talk about World War Z for the Switch. Maybe Back 4 Blood as well. I don't know. Maybe Back 4 Blood for Switch will get announced once the Switch Pro gets announced. I mean, there's so many things that could be contingent on the upgraded Switch getting announced. So, I don't know. I'm really excited for this, though. It's first person. It's not out now. It's coming out, I think, 2022. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's loud. But yeah, I think, let me actually do this full screen as well. I think that, hold on, let me quickly check when the release date of World War Z Aftermath was. Let's see. World War Z Oops. World War Z game, why not? Oh no, it is coming out in 2021. Hold on. I don't think maybe it didn't give a release date. Yeah, no, it didn't give a release date. It says this year. Could be delayed, of course, but it is saying this year. Which, I mean, we're already halfway through the year, so there's only 6 months left to go. What will they show this? So, in this presentation, they're going to show the PvP mode, which, if you don't know, the PvP mode is basically, if you've played Left 4 Dead, it's basically the versus mode, where it's 4v4, 4 people take control of the cleaners, aka the survivors, and then the other 4 take control of the special ridden, aka the special infected. And so it looks like here they're going to showcase people playing the I think it's called the Swarm mode. I think it's in the other trailer. But yeah, they're going to show that, and I'm really interested to see what ridden are playable, because this game has a lot more interesting ridden. Like, I don't think someone will be able to take control of ridden like the Ogre, let's say, the really big one. I mean, obviously we saw in the other trailer that I analyzed earlier that the Wretch, the Stinger, and the Tall Boy are playable, definitely. I feel like the Snitch and the Hag wouldn't be. I feel like the Breaker would be, but he seems like a more, like, occasional, like the Stinger, the Wretch, and the Tall Boy seem pretty common, but the Breaker is like a tank almost from Left 4 Dead, where it's like every once in a while he'll come out. So it makes me interested to see like what kinds of special infected you'll be able to play against, or play as, depending on what team you're on. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what they do here. I mean, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to say besides we'll have to wait and see. Yeah. So just wait another 2 more minutes and then we're going. It's on PC. Yes. So Back for Blood is coming out on PC, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, and PS5. But I do think I think Back for Blood might be for PC. I believe it's an Epic Store exclusive. I think. Don't quote me on that. It might be Epic exclusive, but like I said, don't entirely quote me on that. But I mean, to me, I never really realized or understood like why people were so like crazy about Epic Store exclusives versus Steam exclusives, because they're both on PC. All you need to do is just have both storefronts installed on your computer, which isn't that hard. So it's just a matter of like this game is Epic, this game is Steam. It's not like it's like an Xbox versus PlayStation thing. They're both on the same platform. It's just that they use different apps to, I don't know. I think it's stupid personally. Granted, I'm not a PC gamer, so I can't speak to that personally. But yeah. All right, 15 seconds until it begins. I'm very excited for this. Let me know how the audio is, by the way, the music. If you need me to turn it up, if you need me to turn it down, that kind of thing. Yeah, Rehydrate doesn't work on my computer. 30% of epilepsy seizures. Okay, so if you're susceptible to seizures,
hello,
just
and
back out.
To Back for Blood PvP Showcase. If you don't already know, Back for Blood is an upcoming 4-player co-op zombie shooter made by the creators of Left 4 Dead.
Woo!
Today we're diving deeper into the new PvP mode called Swarm.
Swarm.
Works,
Okay.
and what you'll be doing, maybe even a little bit of strategy. We'll also talk with
Upsound. Got it.
designer on Back for Blood, Brandon Yanez, to help piece it all together.
How's that?
Before we get there, though, let's start off with the reveal of a brand new PvP trailer and see what it's like in action.
Oh, a new trailer. Okay, we're getting a whole new trailer for this. Okay, good. Okay, good. All right, here we go. Outlast the Ridden.
That's one down.
Alright, so the timer. Oh, so this is not like Left 4 Dead, actually. Oh my gosh. This looks so good. Ah. There's the Hawker, okay. Tall boy.
This is what happens when we don't stick together.
Oh my god, 3, okay. Time to beat 351. Switch to sides, okay. So yeah, you have the Wretch. Yes. There's the... So it does only seem like the Wretch, the Tall Boy, and the Stinger. At least what we know of. Kill enemies and earn upgrades. Oh, a flaming arm. Oh. Oh, that one's the one that attacks a lot. That's the Bruiser. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, it is on Steam. Okay, never mind. Forget I said anything about that.
That looked intense.
Basically,
There you have it, guys. Back
it looks like it's a timed thing rather than...
Hear more about it and to take a deep dive
Okay.
into the gameplay.
Well, listen to what they say.
We have Turtle Rock's lead game designer on Back for Blood, Brandon Yanez. Brandon, can you tell us a little bit about the inspiration of this new PvP mode and what makes it fun and unique?
Of course, so just like our previous titles, we really enjoy bringing new ideas to the table while retaining the spirit of the genre that we're working in. So Back 4 Blood's PvP is heavily inspired by our previous titles that mix survival, fast action, massive monsters, and a touch of horror. So our goal is to make a balanced and fun PvP mode with just as much replayability as the main campaign.
So what's the structure of the PvP like? Do you play in rounds? Can you play as both cleaners and ridden in one match, or are we swapping between the two?
Yeah, so it's played as a best-of-3 match. Teams of 4 take turns swapping between the ridden and cleaner players. The job of the cleaners is to scavenge supplies, find a good place on the map to fortify their position, and try to last as long as they can. The ridden's main objective is to kill the cleaners as fast as they can. So this is achieved by choosing the right Ridden to counter the other team's strategy,
Oh.
using mutation upgrades, and by coordinating attacks with other AIs and players. As the round progresses, the swarm moves in, so this increases the size of the Ridden attacks and shrinks the playable space, sometimes forcing the cleaners out of their favorable positions, right? So when a cleaner team is wiped from the field, the points are scored for how long they survive. Then both teams swap, and then they go at it from the other side. The team that runs the clock the longest as the cleaners is the winner.
Now,
Okay.
I understand you can play as all the different cleaners in both co-op and PvP. Do you have a favorite character that you play as?
So I have a couple. I play Mom a lot. She's a badass with a sawed-off shotgun. She adds a lot of survivability to the team. She can also instantly help teammates that are falling during battle. All of our cleaners have special perks, so that one is hers.
Let's jump into another trailer that goes a little more in depth on the Ridden's progression through PvP.
Okay. Okay, cool. Alright, there's the Stinger. There's the Wretch. There's the Tall Boy. Okay, become the Rin. I like Holly quite a bit. Wretch. Okay, yeah, these are the. Okay, this is. Okay, this is. I think I covered this in my video that I already recorded. So exploded my Deb. Yep. Stinger, Hawker, Stalker. Okay, so Stalker's the one with the brains. Okay. So the Stalker is the one that grabs you and... Okay, yeah. Yeah. Tall Boy, Crusher, Bruiser. Yep. Okay. Oh. Something new here? Oh. Oh, these are the upgrades you can equip them with. Alright, let's see here. Become more lethal. So stronger attacks. Yeah, it's really, really cool. Really, really cool. Looks great.
Okay, so Brandon, we just saw that each different Ridden has their own variants as well as their own mutations on each variant. So can you expand a little more on these special abilities and how they work?
Sure. So at the start of each round, players can choose between 9 playable Ridden, each with their own unique abilities. So for example, the Stalker can pounce a player and pull them away from their team, or an Exploder can time their detonation in the middle of a group of cleaners and fling them all in separate directions.
Now, knowing that each Ridden has these different abilities, how do they change and improve throughout a match and improve the Ridden's chance of winning?
So as the Ridden battle against the cleaners, they gain points. They can spend these points on team-wide upgrades called mutations. Mutations upgrade and improve a lot of different things on the Ridden side, from adding effects to their abilities. They might buff the common AI waves in size and strength. So the really cool thing is so they affect the whole team, and they persist between rounds. So as a Ridden team starts to coordinate their upgrades, things can get pretty wild.
What are some strategies that the Ridden team can take on in order to get a leg up on the competition?
If the cleaners are really sticking together, you can swap to the Wretch and vomit on their location. That's going to cause them to spread out, right? This is going to open up a whole bunch of opportunities for the other Ridden players to attack, right? So if you get them to spread out and there's a Stalker nearby, Stalker will use the Chaos to grab one of the cleaners and drag them off into the swarm. The Wretch's vomit also slows their victims, so if a Tall Boy who's naturally pretty slow can attack one of those slow characters, they're going to really be able to pummel them. Another good one is if a Exploder waits for a cleaner to go revive their friend, they can use that as an opportunity to charge in and detonate on them, sending them flying and doing a massive amount of damage.
Whew, sounds pretty brutal. So with that being said, which is your favorite Ridden to play as?
That has to be the Tall Boy. It's pretty easy to pick up and play, and have a lot of fun hitting cleaners across the map.
Speaking of fun, let's talk about weapons. Now, throughout the trailers, you can see a number of different weapons. Can you go a little deeper into what those weapons are and how they work?
So we really wanted to expand on the amount of choices the player had in Back 4 Blood with their weapon. So of course there's handguns, shotguns, LMGs, SMGs, sniper rifles, and a whole bunch of other types of weapons, each with sort of like a unique character feel to them.
Now, how deep does this weapon customization go? I really want to know. What are some of the different attachments and options, and how do they change the gameplay overall?
Absolutely. So there's a lot of different customization options for your weapons. So throughout the world, you can find scopes, silencers, stocks, sights, all that good stuff. You can mix and match them, so there's a ton of options.
Last question. Do you have a favorite type of weapon?
Absolutely. So as I said earlier, I really enjoy playing Mom, so her shotgun is definitely at the top of my list.
Ah, that's a solid choice. All right.
Hey,
we've
CC
learned a
Media.
little bit
Wow, I'm
about
shocked
how
you were able to
works,
make
the
it.
cleaners, the ridden,
Yeah,
the
we're just
mutations,
watching
as well as
this.
how the customization
A lot of
works with
different
weapons.
stuff
Thank
being
you so
revealed and
much,
announced
David
here.
and Brandon, and for giving us a little bit more detail on Back 4 Blood's new PvP mode, Swarm.
Thanks for having me. I can't wait for everyone to get their hands on this game. We're all really excited.
God. Oh, that it? Oh, that's it?
Good
Oh, we
news is
got...
that you guys won't have to wait too long.
Here we go,
There's
the
an open
beta.
beta coming up on August 12th with an early access portion on August 5th available to those who pre-order. That's all for today, but Back 4 Blood still has a lot more to reveal in the coming months, so stay tuned.
So, okay, I didn't realize... Okay, so that was actually really, really short. A lot shorter than I thought it was going to be. I thought they were actually going to, like, play it. But, still fine. We can do a lot of analyzing and discussing here. So, okay, I'm just waiting for this to... You know what, I'm just going to stop it now. Okay, so, is open beta on consoles? Yes, the open beta for Back 4 Blood, excuse me, is on everything. PC, Xbox, the next gen and current gen, or I guess Series X and 1, and then PS4 and PS5. It's on everything. And it seems like it's going to be the main campaign as well as Swarm mode, which is awesome. I guess just a little disappointed that you're only able to play basically 3 special infected with their 3 variants. I mean, it's still, like, cool, because each one, like, each variant, I guess, has a different ability. So, really, you do have 9 different, or 9 special infected that do different things. But I'm shocked, like, or, I mean, maybe this is a thing I just haven't announced, like the Breaker, I think, is the one that stands out to me, as I'm shocked this wasn't part of this. Where, like, a player, like, almost, like I said, like the tank in Left 4 Dead, where you can play as the Breaker. Like, it happens suddenly. It's not like, you know, and like every other special effect, but it seems like you also choose your special infected, like, okay, so, for example, if I'm a Ridden, it's not like in, Left 4 Dead where, I choose, or, sorry, it's not like in Left 4 Dead where it's randomly assigned to me, like, I could be randomly assigned a hunter, or a smoker, or a spitter, or a charger. Like, that's randomly assigned to me. Here, you get to choose the special infected that you get to play. So, if, let's say, I worked best with the stalker, right? If I worked best with the attack and drag away aspect of it, then I can choose that for each time, which is interesting. And I'm presuming, like, you know, once you get killed, then there's, like, a little bit of a wait time before you respawn, and that's that. So, that's really, really cool. I mean, I'm glad that they have that kind of, ability, and it's actually also really cool that we get to see more in detail what each special infected properly looks like. Because, like, we've known that each special infected has the different variants. Like, we have, like, here, for instance, the Reeker, the Wretch, the Reeker, and the Exploder, I think, are the 3. But we just didn't really know what each variant looked like, and here we actually do. So that's really, really cool. Is the open beta like a demo? Yes, so this is a free demo for anyone to try out. I believe you do have to sign up for it. But nonetheless, really, really cool. You know, that we get to experience this in less than 2 months. Or actually, it's about 2 months. Actually, I'm thinking it's about 2 months-ish. So yeah, so I think it looks really, really cool. I'm probably going to do a video, probably not tomorrow. Maybe I'll well, not really later either. I don't know, maybe I'll upload a video this coming week, about the new stuff we, saw for this game. There's a lot that we've learned now from both the trailer we saw earlier and then the gameplay we just saw. There's a lot that we learned, and I think it's very not important, but, like, you know, we can finally sit down and discuss everything we know about the game so far. And thankfully, because one thing I was scared about is I did a whole video about the special infected that we know of so far from Back 4 Blood, and thankfully the stream confirmed that all the information I had said in the video was correct, so thankfully I don't have to change any of that, because that was a hard video to make. But yeah, I'm personally very excited for the game. I know this is kind of it's still a 45-minute stream, still a decent chunk of time, but yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe for more Back for Blood news. I will be uploading a video this coming week about what we saw in both the trailer and the demo, or not the demo, but the PvP showcase, because there's definitely a lot of stuff we learned, and I'm very excited to talk more about it. So thank you guys so much for joining today's stream. Hopefully you enjoyed, and until next time, I will see you guys in the next one.